Hello, Impact Friends here. This is a tutorial on how to use ChatGPT. Well, basically just a demonstration of ChatGPT, which is an implementation of GPT-3 in a chat box. And before I use Logsec, which is a program to take notes and basically to use it for my comic to make stories and create images and flesh out ideas. But now we can use it like straight on the internet, and people is basically doing the same, like creating ideas, stories, jokes, asking things. Like this thing can be like a great companion for the elderly and for learning things, like for schooling. Like I've been learning machine learning with it, and it's quite good, the results, and basically you just need a book to go with it, and that's it. And we can see here like people is implementing it like in a chatbot for Telegram. I've seen it on Discord too, and these people here implemented on Telegram, and basically normally can do images out of the box, but they parse the prompt from ChatGPT into DALI, and they ask for a red dinosaur, like, and they got like a cool picture here. So it's good also for crafting prompts and all kind of stuff. Another interesting thing is like it cannot give you like recent events or search the internet, but in this GitHub we can see there is you can add Google search into ChatGPT 3 and ask it things like recent stuff, and they have a demonstration here. So this thing is like really gonna change the way we use the internet, and also like I think it's gonna improve the society as a whole. So really great thing. But what we are gonna do here is like we are focused on like programming, and I'm gonna use it for small scripts. Like you don't need to know anything of Python or anything about programming, and you can still do great stuff, great plugins. I've been using it for Maya, for Unity. Does good code, like at my level, I think. So it's like good. So here first, let's go to ChatGPT and start working. I have some images of Ronaldo that I'm gonna use for training a Dreamboot model, but they are not prepared, so I'm gonna prepare them with this script. And basically, I need them to have 768. Yes, I need them to be 768 by 768. So I asked them to scale grab all the images in the folder, scale them, and then crop them to a square size. And basically it starts spitting out the code, like it needs like the pillow libraries, the kinter for making the GUI, and letting us select the folder and the images. And now it also defines the function and makes all the calculations that I need to do for the procedures that I need to do for cropping and scaling the images inside the folder. And then we can grab this code with the copy tab here, so it's pretty easy. And then we open Visual Studio Code and paste the code in there. So you don't need to really know anything about programming, just having like this Visual Studio Code in your computer and ChatGPT, and know the recipe that you want to do, like the recipe for like the cookbook that you want to make. So because it gave us fractured code, we can just ask it to modify the code, and it will spit out the code in the same block, and that's what I'm gonna do. Another thing now is that it fails to reproduce RGB to PNG. It cannot convert it with pillow, so I'm gonna use another dependency called one. And basically, if you know a little bit what dependencies do what, basically you can ask them and it massage the code until do what you need. Another stuff is that I download a bad image, like it didn't finish download, and because it's working just on images, it found that file and it fails. Finally, it fails again because when I make the recipe for this thing, I didn't tell them to create the folder. I just tell them to move the images to a 768 folder, and because it doesn't find it, it fails again. And in this case, what you have to do is like basically read what it says on the error message, and that's it, and come back to it. And the final pass, what it does is basically grab all the images, crop them. And this time it's gonna work fine because it has done everything. As we can see here, now we have the images in the 768 folder where the script resides. We have the correct images. Thank you for watching.